Hello, my fellow Cowboys fans, and welcome to another edition of Cowboys Imperial Report. On today's show, we'll be talking with BigD3194, the Al Neary of the Maximus Nation, about the Eagles, the grubby Eagles, on Monday Night Football. Be here or be absolutely nowhere right after the break.
This is you. This is you on drugs.
A public service announcement brought to you by Cowboys Imperial Report and YouTube. Welcome to Cowboys Imperial Report, Big D, the Al Neary of the Maximus Nation. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm getting ready for Monday night.
Yeah. So what'd you think of the Eagles squashing the Rams? Is that a big deal?
I saw Steven Jackson got laid out by, I think it was Lito. I don't see the Rams being any threat to anyone, so no, that is not a big deal at all.
Okay. All right, now what about, conversely, the Cowboys stomping of the Browns? Because, I mean, the Browns, they're not that big.
5 primetime games. I mean, for some reason, people thought the Browns are going to be big at least. I mean, the Cowboys showed them who the Cowboys are. I mean, the Cowboys beat a team that could make the playoffs this year with a little luck. The Eagles beat a team that could get 4 wins this year with a little luck.
All right, now, which unit is going to be the most important in this game?
Offense.
You think so? You think the offense is going to have to step up in this game?
I do, because Asante Samuel and Lito Shepherd, I mean, those are some good cornerbacks. I think if you put DeMarcus Ware on Donovan McNabb or Brian Westbrook, you're pretty much taking care of the whole Eagles defense. I think our offense is really going to have to step up to get a lot of points on the board, and I think Marion Barber, another big game for him, I would say.
All right, do you think McNabb is for real?
I remember he had games like this last year where he would just be amazing. Everyone's like, wow, McNabb, oh, look at him, he's an elite quarterback in the NFL. But I think my dad said it best, is the Eagles will never win anything because they have McNabb, and he never wins anything.
All right, what's the score?
I'm going to go 31-24, Cowboys, boys, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, well, we appreciate your input on Cowboys Imperial Report, Big D. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. I just want to say that I hate the Eagles, and the Cowboys are going to show them who's boss coming this Monday.
Amen. Well, thank you, Big D, for that impassioned diatribe on the grubby Eagles. I can't. But the Eagles, you know, they're dumb. They ran off Terrell Owens. They ran off Jeff Garcia. They don't know how to win. They're over with, or at least so we thought. Now they bring in Asante Samuel, and they draft the Deshaun Jackson that everybody is raving about, and some of the Cowboys fans are saying, "Oh my gosh, why did we not draft Deshaun Jackson?" Well, hopefully Monday night the Cowboys secondary will show you why. But let's get on to the headlines. Okay, now going back to Owens, the touchdown celebration that was called for 15 yards. Coach Wade Phillips said that he didn't know that it was a violation of the NFL rule. Yeah, well, listen, you hear? No celebrations if you're touching the ground. If you're touching the ground, you can't do a celebration. Well, then why don't you flag everyone who ever did a celebration then, you morons? Because everyone's touching the ground. What should they do? Huh? What would you rather them do here? You want them to get up and make sure they're in the air and then celebrate? I'm in the air, yay! I'm in the air, yay! Is that what you would like? Because that's the way the rules are, you idiots! Why don't you get Ed Hochuli, the lawyer, to go ahead and draw up new rules for you? That's the world I live in. Going on to the injury report, Hurd and Kosher, the usual suspects, did not practice. Miles Austin, Terrence Newman, Anthony Spencer, they were limited in practice on Wednesday. Full participation in practice. We had Marion Barber with the ribs, a little sauce to go with those ribs, and Isaiah Stanback with the shoulder. They had full participation in practice. Corey Proctor is going to get another start. Proctor did not have any blown assignments in the win over the Browns. He got overpowered a few times by nose tackle Sean Rogers. Oh, does that guy have a belly? But that tends to happen when you're butting heads with, the 6'4". Right. So, and then John Jock Taylor out of the Dallas Morning News wrote a piece on Tony Romo talking about how tough he is. Okay, he proved he can be a tough guy. There's no more trait important in this game of machismo. At some point, just about every championship quarterback must prove to his teammates that he can handle the pain that accompanies the position. He must prove that he's willing to hang in the pocket until the last possible second to deliver the football, even though he knows he's going to get blasted. What does this have to do with anything? Well, I'll tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with McNabb. Here's a guy who choked and puked in the huddle in the Super Bowl. When he could have, they were down 3 points. The final drive, it would have been miraculous. That we'd still be hearing about it every day. They'd still be selling the Sports Illustrated magazine jacket and everything. If only McNabb would have driven on a championship drive, a la Montana in the Super Bowl against the Bengals. If only McNabb would have done that. What did he do? He felt like puking in the huddle, and they lost by 17-14. You hear? So what I'm saying is Romo's not like McNabb, and Romo is a little bit tougher. And I told you this in the number 9 thesis. I told you that Romo was tough, and I didn't need to get hit in the chin with the 13 stitches to prove it. I showed you in that thesis, which the little Lilliputians took down. They went and they talked to the bisexual men of YouTube. Go ahead and take it down. He don't got permission to put it up. Oh, so them videos that you have of all your stupid sport teams, you have permission to put up when you can't even spell a sentence correctly? You can't even formulate a sentence correctly? You're telling me you own those clips? You don't! And you suck for taking down my video. You better thank your lucky stars. I'm just a clown on YouTube. That's all I gotta say. And here we go. Felix Jones versus Rashard Mendenhall. Yeah, and Albert Einstein Breer here, he says, Jones looked better on Sunday than Mendenhall, but that does not mean he's a better quarterback. Well, you know what I think of Albert Breer's opinion? The same thing I think of this article. What a joke! Pass rushers slowed by Browns. The Cleveland Browns may have provided a blueprint for slowing down the Dallas Cowboys pass rush in Sunday's opener. The Browns kept 6 players in to protect quarterback Derek Anderson and sometimes 7 on pass plays to try to slow down outside linebacker DeMarcus Ware. What Calvin and Hobbs Watkins doesn't understand is that this is going to be a good thing. It's not necessarily a blueprint for defeating the Dallas Cowboys pass rush. Let me explain something to you. When we get Newman back, we're gonna have time to rush people, nickel and dime situations. We'll have Newman in there. We'll have Pac-Man. We'll have Anthony Henry, Orlando Scandrick, Ken Hamlin out on the field there. Then we'll have Ware, and we'll have Ware, Ellis, and our usual pass rushing suspects. So what if they get blocked off? If you keep 7 guys in the box, 7 guys blocking, that means you're taking from the 5 that you throw to, which means there's only 3 guys to throw to, which means that our 5 guys are going to, in Pro Bowl caliber, first-round draft pick, big-time money guys, are going to have an opportunity to cover them. You see what I'm talking about? So, I'm not worried. Go ahead, put 8 guys on. Put 9 guys on them, and they throw to Deshaun Jackson. See what I care. And what I just said to you is what exactly will happen. So, I'm not worried about it. Don't be scared by these people. Patrick Creighton was ready to get the 08 season started after last season's disappointing finish. Creighton said after hauling in 6 catches for 82 yards in the opener, I'm still trying to get that nasty taste out of my mouth. Well, Creighton is still a bully. I mean, Creighton, I love you, man, but do something in this Monday night game, and you won me over. But until then, you're a bully that beats up on the Rams and the Browns and the this and the that. So what? I'm not impressed yet, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I am rooting for you. You understand? This is not harping negative criticism. I'm not a deconstructionist. I want you to do well. Eagles passing stats don't impress Pac-Man. He said they played the Rams, dude. Well, they did. They played the Rams. So what? Big deal. It's the same thing with Creighton. I'm not impressed with Creighton. So I should be impressed with Donovan McNabb and all of the do-gooders on the Eagles? I should be impressed with them? I'm not. They played the Rams. So that's how it's going to shape up. And I am telling you right now that the Dallas Cowboys, If they do not cut out these penalties and these mistakes, they're going to lose the game. But I see that they will cut down the penalties and they will win the game to the tune of 38-24. Yeah, it's going to be pretty big, folks. And we'll see how well Sean Jackson is. If we lose, oh gosh, are we going to hear about it? We should have drafted your son Jackson. So what? May God save the Cowboys this Monday night.